Hi, I'm Jim John, and I'm the pastor at Journey Adventist Church in Longview, Washington. My wife and I started there about 4 years ago. At the tail end of COVID, there wasn't any programs going, and so we tried something we hadn't done before, which was to begin a sermon-based community group ministry where we use the sermon series during the week. We encourage and we train some facilitators to begin having community groups in their homes. And we were using the model of Acts 2:42, which is they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching, to fellowship, to breaking bread in homes, later on it says, and then to prayer. And these groups are there to apply the scriptures, to build relationships and care for each other. And we have seen over these last 4 years, we have about 12 or 13 groups running right now, all the way from Chehalis down to Battleground. And we have about 70%, it's a little more now, 70% of our congregation in attendance involved and engaged in these groups. These are really discipleship groups that get together to care for each other and love each other and apply the scriptures. But what we're seeing is that people are actively engaged in discipling. And in that process of doing that, there is an amazing amount of ministry, Holy Spirit guided thoughts and prayers and ministry in ways that we had no idea would happen, and we'd never done it before. And so to see it happen like this, we've got about 150 people in homes every single week, and these people know people who know people, and we're using the oikos movement, which is basically saying you have about 8 to 15 people in the front row of your life, and those 8 to 15 are your world, and you're praying for them, you're investing in them, and you're inviting them. And we have places to invite them that are in a home that's really non-threatening. If they come to church, great, but if we get them in a home, they're discipling each other in ways that are so biblical and functioning in a way that the New Testament church really did. And we're seeing it happen in ways that are just really super encouraging. The process is really simple. We do about 10 weeks in the fall and we take a break. Everybody needs a break. And then we do about 10 weeks in the winter, and then we have spring break. Everyone needs a break. And then we do about 6 weeks in the spring, which are more distinctive truths to the Adventist faith, but they're getting in homes, relationally engaging in these topics. And the discipleship at the baptism time at the end of the year is phenomenal because these people who are being baptized are connected relationally, and their stories have been known and told and discipled with people. So they're not at risk of leaving because they don't have deep connections. And then we take the summer off. And when people in the fall, they start up again, they're excited. And we just feel like God is just blessing in ways that we never really could have imagined.